story. So one of the 7 key components on how you can deliver on accelerating your authority in only 15 hours is your story. Now, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. Now, creating your hook or your story is as much about your why as it is your what. Now, you want to create your own personal narrative as if you're telling a story to the one. And that one is your ideal target market, your ideal client. You actually can name them, give them a name. So it's as if you're creating your story and your narrative and talking to that one person who is your, as I mentioned, your ideal target market or your avatar. Now, one way to do that is really by being authentic, being genuine, and really just being real. Be authentic means that you're willing to really be transparent to others. You're willing to show some vulnerability. Now, it's a very powerful tool for communication. People see that you're not really perfect, that they can relate to you more. And because people really still hide their vulnerabilities. I know I do. Now, I failed at so many different things. And a lot of the stuff I don't really talk to people about, or I don't make public because, I don't like to be seen as a failure, even though I know I'm not a failure. I just failed at certain things. I only want people to see my successes. But really, people will resonate with you better when you actually talk about your failures and the things that you've actually learned from it, and then how you can transition that into helping other people. Now, in reality, I'd probably attract more people if I was a lot more transparent with my failures. I try not to hide it much any longer. In some of the previous episodes, I actually talked about a lot of the failures in my past that I've had that people actually didn't know about. Like I said, the failures don't mean that I'm a failure. It just means that I haven't found the right solution yet. I'm like that Thomas Edison, right? He tried 10,000 times before he got the light bulb, right? So I'm just, putting in my time and doing the things that I'm learning and adjusting and making changes to before I find the right method for either the delivery or the audience. So, I'm still working on my craft. I'm still doing things to overcome any failures that I've had in my past, but being transparent with it. There's one thing that I really know, that every time I don't succeed at what I'm doing, and this is the same for a lot of people, when they don't succeed at what they're doing or trying right now, they'll actually, if they learn from it and they make the adjustments to move forward, then they're going to eventually get the success that they want. For example, early in the 2000s, I started personal training and online nutritional consulting service by partnering with some trainers and my coaches at the time. I didn't do a very good job at negotiating a good deal and partnering, even though I owned 70% of the company. I had an agreement where they took 70% of the money, basically because we were using their name and a lot of their dieting ideas. Then I got my girlfriend involved, who wanted to be paid a salary, even though she wasn't bringing in any money. So these were just some of the really bad choices that I made. So basically, after splitting with my partner, splitting with my girlfriend, and because I was working as a business consultant full-time, I just shut things down. So, that's just an example of one of the failures that I had in the past. And even in my current real estate business, I've made bad partner choices on 2 separate occasions. And it's cost me a great deal of future revenue because of either the structure of the companies, or I'm too nice or too giving or too trusting. So, you just learn from it, you move forward, you just try not to make the same mistakes again. So you can see I'm human, I'm not perfect, and I don't always make the right decisions. So I think that is the same for a lot of people. So if people are aware of that you had some challenges, how they feel. You felt the same way when you were in their situation, but lo and behold, you found the solution that works, and it can work for them too. So as I previously mentioned, that feel, felt, found, those 3 words, when you use them in copywriting, I've come to learn from Frank Kearns that they're very powerful. So if you can use those and put those in your copywriting, talking about some of the challenges you've had, some of your vulnerabilities, it'll go a long way to getting the your ideal client to know you, to like you, and to truly to trust you. So just be open to talk about these things, like this that happened in your life. It just makes it easier for your audience to relate to you, and it communicates your honesty and your trust that much better. So that is one of the 7 key components to that you deliver on when you accelerate your authority is really your story. People, like I said, people do business with people they know, they like, and they trust.